Hi everybody and welcome to Wednesday Night Live. Just giving a big shout out to everybody in the Sydney region who is now in extended lockdown for another 2 weeks. Just really hope that you stay safe and can stay sane and healthy while you're in lockdown. I'm just gonna take 2 seconds to close all my other tabs. Seems it's not working properly. How about we start again? Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. Today is Proud Pearl. So Proud Pearl's flower is the sunflower, and she is our last character in the self-love stage of the change journey. So Proud Pearl is all about celebrating our wins and being proud of our achievements, because we don't do that. We as a society, in Australia particularly, have been brought up with something called a tall poppy syndrome. That is a group consciousness that we've been given since we were little kids, that says if you do something great, you don't really want to stand out because other people are going to tear you down because of that achievement. So you don't want to look like, like at school we were taught that the smart people were nerds, so that the people that were getting really great grades and all that kind of thing, they were the people who were ridiculed and mocked and bullied. So we have this culture within us from very early on in our lives that if you're doing something really great, or if you're winning, or you're being amazing at something, then you've got to hide that fact and not promote it to the world, which is really, really unfortunate, because that's not what you want to do. Like, imagine striving for something and achieving it and then not being able to share it with anybody and just going, yeah, okay, well, I've done that. To a degree, that's what happened with my book. Like, I just wrote it, I wanted to get it out there, and I published it, and I just, Charlie, come over here and sit down. Sorry, just trying to escape my office, seriously, right at the wrong time. With my book, I wrote my book, and I then moved on to, okay, well, now I have to get it out there, and now I have to do this, and now I have to do that, and now I have to do marketing, and now I have to build a website. Can you hear all those have-tos that I've just said? So I didn't actually stop and go, oh my God, I've written a book, I've published a book. It just kind of went, okay, I've written my book, it's here now, and now I've got all these other things to do. And that's what happens so often in our lives, is we achieve something amazing, or even not amazing, but we've achieved something that's important to us, and we don't take the time to celebrate it. So Proud Pearl is all about bringing that in for you in your life, so that regardless of how small it is, what you've done or what you've achieved, it's about you taking the time to celebrate and stop and go, I did that. And it could be as small as learning to do something on your computer that's been really bugging you, and something that you just haven't had the patience to do, and then one day you say, you know what, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to learn this thing, I'm going to work it out, and then you're amazed that you can and you do, and that's the time you want to bring in your Proud Pearl. And just take a moment, just even a moment, and say, I am the best at that, and I am so grateful and happy that I did that today, because I feel amazing. And when we do that, what that allows us to do is feel the joy that we're striving for. Like, the whole part of the change journey is to choose joy. So when we're ignoring our joy and not even acknowledging it, that defeats the purpose. So it's going to bring you joy. What it also does is it tells the universe that, you know what, I want more of this. I want more success. I want more of these happy moments. I want you to bring more and more of this into my world. Because what happens in our lives is we're so busy looking forward, and we've got plans and we've got goals, and in everything we do, we're looking forward to what's next. But sometimes it's really important to just have a little stop, turn around, and look at what you've just achieved to say, look how far I've come. And especially on your change journey, because sometimes it can feel like you're walking up this really steep mountain and you've got all these massive boulders that you have to walk across or get around or whatever, like the hurdles that are going to appear in your change journey life. When in actual fact, if you just stopped and turned around and had a little look to see how far you've actually come, that the mountain might have all this extra bit below it that you've already achieved, then you can suddenly go, wow, look how much I've done, look how much I've achieved, look how far I've come, and the rest doesn't seem so hard or insurmountable that you couldn't do it. So that's what Proud Pearl is all about. She's about stopping, celebrating your wins, looking back, looking at your achievements and going from there. Now, I just used the story of my book, how I didn't do that. But in essence, it was then having the awareness that I didn't do it that allowed me to do it even more fully afterwards. So I used my change journey experiences to say, hang on a minute, I've just walked right through that achievement without actually stopping and celebrating. So let's back up a little bit and let's stop now and take the time and really bask in the glow of, I've written a book, I've published a book, it's sitting here in my office in boxes, and that feels amazing. And I really spent, a good couple of days basking in that glow and really enjoying the fact of my achievement that I had just written a book. And that gave me the energy to keep going with all the things that I had to do, rather than them being tasks or chores that felt heavy and hard because I hadn't allowed myself the time to celebrate. Does that make sense? And I'm just like you guys, like I trip up on it all the time. Like on Friday, I was doing a coaching call with one of my clients, and I was talking to her about this because she's just achieved some major milestones in her life. And I'm like, will you acknowledge them? Will you just look at how great you are? Please just take some time out and celebrate these wins. And then we kind of moved on, and she wanted to just thank me for the time that I'd been giving her and all the help that I had given her. And in that moment, I blew it off as well. And she pulled me up and she said, hang on a minute, let's just take a step back. Did you just hear how appreciative I am of all the coaching that you've done for me, and that the change has come about from this coaching, etc., etc.? And I went, yes, thank you. I did hear it. And now I'm going to celebrate it and acknowledge it, and we can have this little Proud Pearl party together. You can celebrate your achievements and I can celebrate your gratitude. So it was a really nice moment of just another reminder. And another client who I did a clarity call with last week, she texted me this morning just saying how great she feels and how amazing she feels. And I actually did stop this morning and had a little moment where I went, yay, yay, yay. I'm absolutely so excited for her, and so proud of her, but proud of me as well for writing the book that's helped her and inspired her and all those kinds of things. So it's not about having a big head. It's not about loving yourself too much. That can never happen. This is about really just taking some time out for you, yourself, to feel proud for you about your achievements. So please take some time this week to do that. Please just put some time aside where you can do some journaling and think to yourself, what have I achieved in the last month? Because I'm sure that there will be 1,000 things that you've actually achieved that you haven't actually acknowledged because you just moved on to the next part of that equation. And I'd really like you to take the time to do that this week. So if you can, please put aside some time, do some journaling on Proud Pearl. Ask yourself, what are my little achievements that I've done this week? And then really, really congratulate yourself and pat yourself on the back, because you will feel so amazing, and it will really renew your energy and your joy, and it will help you to continue further on your journey. So I hope that helps. I hope you're feeling proud. I hope that you do get to have that time to yourself this week. Next week, we are going to move into the self-acceptance stage of the journey, and we're going to start with forgiving Fiona, who is incredibly powerful and amazing. So I look forward to talking to you then. Have a great week. Bye.